But how true is it that Indians close shops at lunchtime to go and screw because they believe that if you screw at night, the kids will be dark-skinned?
Ghosts za Africa wanakuanga na menace. Kuna nye ilikuwa imeattack some family huko home. Now tulikuwa nasema tulikuwa naenda kushonde. Alafu ghost inaeka kidole kwa rasa.
They're just Dennis the Menace. They're just in a cartoon, bro.
Wanapika mchele half inaiva half haivi. Alafu mchana mnaokotwa wo.
Na ghost. Iko Nini. Episode 433 tukisema like, subscribe, hit the notification button, tell a friend to tell a friend, sindio?
Yeah,
na leo tuko na ule msee moja ule angekuwa na live in liberal America, angekuwa na a very hard time identifying as a female. Jijina yake ni Aman. Tuko na AMANDEEP JAGDE.
What's up?
Yeah, man, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you guys?
Yeah, we're good. And even before we start the show, I have to say, like, I was at Doug's special on Saturday.
Yes.
And you're set. Damn. You didn't come to fuck around.
I'm a comedian. That's what I've been doing, Manze.
Yeah.
We've been doing it for 10 years. And, thanks. It actually feels nice.
That set was so good. I'm not going to spoil any joke. I had some woman behind saying, people are going to think he's gay after this.
Really?
This dude did some
you went deep,
DICK jokes. You went deep with them.
Penetrating.
AMANDEEP. Yeah. So that was really good.
Thank you, man. But I think that's why I'm here. You called me to, because on this Thursday, I'm having my new tour, which is called the Flying Sikh.
Yes.
Every Kala singer, whenever they become something in Kenya, at least, or in the world, they're called the Flying Sikh. In India, there's a guy called Joginder was Kenya. There's some guy, I forget his name, Makhan Singh, I think. So I forget his name. But anyway, Milkha.
Yeah.
He was a runner. He used to win medals for India. His nickname, the Flying Sikh.
Oh.
In Kenya, this is Joginder Singh, the best rally driver ever.
Yeah.
The Flying Sikh. Check it, even me, I'm putting myself in there. Hopefully.
Yeah, because with Joginder, you've just reminded me that we have Safari Rally this week.
Yeah.
WRC. Yeah. So which myths were being said like in the Sikh community about him? Because I was telling people the way when we were kids, we were being told about this guy called Joginder Singh. So now in sharing it would be funny. Kule kumseni mnoma jo. Kuna siku ameenda kupiga kona, steering ikatoka, akachukua mti akashikanisha. So that he drive with sticks and still win. Which is some bullshit story.
I don't know about the stick one, but I do a radio show. So I have to do research on athletes and stuff. So I did some research on him. So it's alleged that once he actually had to drive a car in reverse because the front gear was fucked up with like a screwdriver as the gear.
Yeah.
And then he fixed the car, so he was second last. And then he overtook like 90% of the people, and then he came like second of third position.
Yeah.
So there is that idea that he fixed his gear with the screwdriver.
Oh.
And then he went backwards like for like a very long distance, and then he fixed the car, and then he went back forward.
Yeah, it's a myth.
It's not a myth. Okay, it's a it could be a myth. I'm just defensive because he's my guy. We don't have many stories of our guys. You guys have so many. You guys have Wakanda, Obama. For us, you have to preserve the little we have.
Yeah. And then about this rapper. I hope I've never asked you about him. It's called Real Sikh.
Real Sikh. He's a bad rapper.
Yeah.
The real
Canadian, eh? He has some crazy, as you know, he's not Canadian, he's from New Jersey. He has some crazy punchlines. I've just forgotten, like, there's one he says about girls, you dating girls, whatever, out of 10, and it's some really dope shit. But
he's buff, man. Freaking his buff is huge. I like him, man. Even him, I'm glad you know about him. I didn't know you were a person who enjoys different kinds of content.
Like
kumbe pia wewe unakuanga eccentric.
Mimi mtu wa kuenjoy nini battle rap. Nowadays I don't enjoy it as much. Feel kitu moja, I think every generation feels like its generation was better. So I always feel like back in the days when they used to have to rhyme on a beat was better than right now. And then also right now I feel like it's just violent. I'm going to cut you up. I'm going to call your mother and put her. I always feel like
Damn.
all that gangster shit it's too much at some point.
Then listen to something else.
Yeah, no, I know
Listen
that.
to Karan Aujla, listen to Diljit Dosanjh.
Yeah. No, I know
Sunidhi
that.
Chauhan, so many other guys.
Yeah, there's like a lot of ish to listen to, of course. So, some bullshit that happened in Kenya. So, High Court dismisses case seeking to allow robbers, murderers, the option of fine. Two petitioners, both prisoners, argue it's unfair to convict murder suspects without the possibility of a fine. So, mkisikia kitu kama hii mnasikiaje? Like,
Wait, what? Okay, but murderers just pay a fine and it's done?
That's what like two murderers wale wako kwa jela walienda kotini wakisema they need to be given an option of a fine. Do you know how dangerous that would be?
Not even dangerous. What that means, rich people can just kill anybody because you just pay a fine.
Like they'd just be hapa wanaweza kuwa natutandika risasi.
Chiki, you get angry at fucking what are these Muindis called? This fucking Mabati guys.
Yeah.
Chandarana. Fucking you get angry, Chandarana. I'm going to kill you. Because the bunduki kills you. How much is that? 50,000? Okay, I'll kill. Give me 100. I kill his mom also.
Yeah. it would be like that way. Like these a-holes actually went to court trying to, and the High Court dismissed that.
Hey,
but
thank God.
The fact that they even thought about it shows you like the impunity that we have in this country. Because you heard about the story where someone was thrown out of a matatu
for like 30 bob.
For 30 bob, Do you know that there are some assholes who've spent, I think they were jailed for life. They've been in prison for 21 years because they threw someone. And this thing is still happening. Because you know what? We are never reminded about these guys. So there are some guys who threw someone out of a matatu. And they were jailed for life. Yeah. So they've been in prison for like 21 years. After throwing someone.
I think it should be more than 21,
No, they've not been released. They're still in prison.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So they're still
good.
serving the
421. Okay.
Yes. They're still serving the jail sentence. But, we don't even know their names. I remember reading that and I was like, we need to know more about this so that people can know that these things have consequences. And each country.
And a life sentence, is it actually like your whole life or is it
yes, natural life.
Like 30 years or something is considered life?
Yes.
Oh.
Inakuwaga hivyo. Like, I was trying to look for that. Thrown out of a matatu. So yes.
So you throw someone out of a matatu, you're thrown in jail.
Yes.
Justice
thrown in jail. Yeah.
I guess it's better than being hanged, to be honest, because if you hang, it's also a quick death, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think being put in prison, where you get to think about your decision, why the fuck you did that shit.
Yeah.
You ponder on it for quite a long time, and you do actually, I think.
So there was this article.
Done well, you might.
The article was on The Nation, yes? So the article was Matatu driver James Getao and his conductor Silas Ndongo are in prison serving a life sentence for hooring a passenger at Allsops area on Thika Road following a scuffle over 5 shillings bus fare 21 years ago. 5 shillings. This was 21 years ago.
And why it's okay? I get
So
the conductor. Maybe the conductor pushed him, but why is the driver in shit? He was just driving.
Nene, you have to be. If you start hearing a commotion, you have to stop the car because it's the fact that the vehicle is moving. That's what ends up.
Oh yeah, because if he just pushed him and the vehicle was not moving, he might have not died.
Yes.
So it's both.
Kidogo, but asinini. So this should be a lesson to them because najua riding in a matatu should not be that dangerous because one of the things Lesu forget, you can enter a matatu and you've lost your wallet. You can enter a matatu and you've lost both your wallet and your phone.
Yeah.
What's supposed to happen?
Yeah.
Now
even worse these days, you can enter matatu and M-Pesa is not responding.
Yeah.
Nishaikuwa kwa supermarket, I was there like, okay, I can just leave my stuff here. But what if I was in a different compromising situation?
Yeah.
When you have to believe. So
I think matatus have always been assholes. Like not only to their own customers, but to other road users. It's just a very... but this is again a very personal opinion that I hope I'm wrong, I guess.
Yeah.
But I think Kenya will never be a first world country or a country that's improving unless we either fix the matatu rowdiness or get rid of matatus as a whole and we move to something more like buses or bikes or metros. There's no way that's what I think. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying they're not the right ones. They're too rowdy.
Yes.
You know, they're very dangerous. Like even on the roads, none of them, you know, they don't. I think if you're a Kenyan, sure, they're a good part of our culture. You know, they show the art of a matatu, sure, but the deaths they cause, is it really, you know, worth the Hitler matatu or the matatu with Snoop Dogg smoking a weed out of some guy's ass? You know, does it make sense? I don't know. I think for Kenya to move forward and become better.
Yeah. I think we've talked about that, and I remember Zach was saying that the problem with Kenya, I think I'm the one who commented that the politicians always worry about the jobs that will be lost, and then Zach made this joke that people used to worry when the cars showed up, like what would happen to the horse.
Yeah, man. Now look,
and no one cares about a horse right now. So the same thing with the matatu industry, like it causes so much damage. Like even look at the deaths that happen on the roads, where they switch lanes the way they want to, they do what they want. You can bring sanity to this thing.
Dude, the worst part is even other things that are not matatus are driven by matatu drivers.
Yeah.
Like a school bus. People who drive school buses are either ex-matatu drivers, they just have matatu experience. And the way they drive school buses, you're putting kids in danger.
Yeah.
So I think it's a very deep thing that needs to be...
Yeah. It needs to be like if it was up to me, I'd make sure that business does not survive.
Like Michuki, bring back Michuki rules.
No, not Michuki rules.
Uniform and seat belts.
This whole BRT system needs to come back, and the BRT system needs to be, you know, bus rapid transit.
Yeah.
I was watching Nani's show, stand up. I don't know if you watched the new stand up. It just came out. Bilba.
Yeah, drop dead ears.
Yes.
Yeah.
You remember his joke about the lanes, that there's this one
lane
where you have to be multiple passengers in the vehicle.
Yeah.
Yes. And I feel like for Kenya, it needs to be strictly government-owned transport. Has its own lane. And that lane needs to move as fast as possible. And if we find a matatu there, they are fined kabisa. If we find a personal car there, they are fined kabisa. So that we make public transport super fast for everyone, you know.
And there was a time where Kenya was actually, or Nairobi at least, was a very high quality of public transport. Kenya had double-decker buses.
Yeah, Moi days.
You know, things were actually, it was better to use a bus than
and
a
there
car.
was Nyayo bus.
Yeah, but then I think as soon as the matatu, the private industry got in with the, which I loved, I guess, but then the rowdiness,
became
just on all that dangerous driving, they do only to get 20 extra shillings because they got before one other matatu. Imagine all that stress they cause. They cause so much road rage.
Yes.
Just for 20 shillings to get, bro, fuck that, bro. You know, there should be a better system than...
and the punishment has to be severe enough to discourage that sort of behavior.
Yeah, but most of them are owned by the people who are supposed to...
Even the president's son,
know what I mean? Exactly.
Allegedly has a matatu.
Allegedly, isn't it?
It's
yellow
factual,
one.
Yes.
You know what? Allegedly. Even let me say allegedly.
Yeah. Okay, he has whatever, and they drive the way they want. I think my juicy people had put a photo where that guy was seen driving a police car. So they're saying he's also a cop. The guy who's the matatu driver is actually a cop.
What about that guy?
Something.
Did you read about this guy who was running a fake police station?
Yeah.
How do you...
And he ran it for 6 months. He came out like, no, it was not 6 months. It was 5 days only, and the community was involved. It's some bullshit. But all these people, you find that they have political connections.
He's going to be a senator one day. I see in him. I think he's built for it. You know, when you see a star, you see the talent. I think he has that.
What it takes. Yeah.
He will be a very big person.
What it takes to be
stars to look out for in 2030.
But I think now you see like such stories. Because there's this show on Inoro. Is it Inoro? Or Kameme TV? It's Kameme TV. The show where they go and talk to people who are in prison, yes?
Yeah.
For doing some dumb shit.
Jerainesito.
Yes. I think I'd love them to talk to these people who threw someone off a matatu. And then just make sure that these matatu assholes can see that these things have consequences. You can't be there throwing people off because of 30 shillings. And then expecting to get away with it. So I know the driver was arrested, but I think the conductor is still on the run, yeah?
Oh.
Yeah, the driver was
Conductors are
arrested.
always on the run.
Yeah. So he pushed someone, but he's now not ready to suffer the consequences. And you know the Kenya police will catch up with you because they don't need a court order to track your phone. So the minute that you decide to go online tu kidogo wacha nione you know the way Kenyans love news wacha nione news nijua anasema nini juu yangu
Fucking
the next
gone.
minute they are there.
You're the news.
You
Yes.
are
Yeah, you're the news.
I
And-
was reading about the story on Twitter, and a lot of people are getting angry at the passengers. They're like, you can't help another guy with 30 shillings. I'm like, that's not the problem. The problem is not people not having, is the idea that you think it's okay to throw somebody off for
because of
not
30
having. That's the
shillings.
bigger problem. 30 shillings, we can fix that later. You know, that
Yeah.
one is a problem later. Main problem is throwing people out of buses.
Yeah. I think even because we also talked about that. We were like, there was no one with 30 shillings. I think at some point you have to see the situation has escalated to a certain level where
Yeah, it's not about
you have
30
to
shillings.
intervene.
Yeah.
So you intervene, you pay the 30 shillings, but you also make sure that we know which sort of matatu it is. So like I remember, I can't remember the whole number plate, but I remember it was KDL 125. So I know it's a Super Metro KDL 125, I think V or something. So that was involved. So with that, I feel like right now we live in the era of information where we can record these things and make sure that people know what's happening. So when this matatu guy was threatening, you know, I'm going to throw this person, I'm going to, that should have been captured. And also Super Metro have to suffer some consequences.
I
you
think
know,
so.
the
And-
company itself.
Yeah.
Because
They used to be such a reputable, matatu one. People always used to stand in lines because they were in order.
yeah,
But I guess now they're throwing people off buses. You know?
Yeah.
Everything anything good in Kenya just starts sucking.
Yeah.
Nakumatt was good. Nakumatt started sucking. Uchumi was good. Uchumi started sucking.
Yeah.
Blue Band Choco was good. They removed Blue Band Choco. Fucking so many, bro. What else? Even Coke right now doesn't taste the same the way it used to taste. Too much sugar right now. Things just suck.
yeah.
Things just get worse. Posta was so good. Posta starts sucking. Kenya Bus was good. Kenya Bus starts
At
sucking.
least you pronounced.
Safaricom was so good, bro. These transaction charges
Yeah.
we're literally being robbed.
Like with Safaricom, the funny
Can
thing.
you imagine? It was
Yeah.
so good, but now it sucks.
With Safaricom, the funny thing is they launched a money market, an MMF fund. You know about MMFs?
Was it with Genghis Capital or something?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they had the one with Genghis that was Mali.
Mali.
And then they started their own called ZD.
Uh-huh.
And then if you want to see how Kenyans have, I think it's the Stockholm syndrome, where right now Safaricom has us, like it's abducted us and abducted our whole financial thing. So I come here as part of Iko Nini and I'm like, you know what? I've tested out these two things and Safaricom is robbing us. It's giving us a raw deal. Do you know people are here defending Safaricom?
What's
And
the
they're
deal?
like-
What's the deal with what's
The deal is Safaricom, and I think Ian, if you have, can you check both apps? There's Mali, but Shida Mali, if you've not installed it, you can't install it
No, I've
afterwards.
not installed it.
But you'll find like Mali is giving you a rate of 11%. Yes?
an MMF 11?
Yes.
Okay, not bad.
Yes. So Mali, when it was good, it was 14 before
Oh,
the
yeah,
government
yeah.
stopped borrowing. And so Safaricom is giving you 7%. So you know what I did? I literally took two 30Ks, put a 30K in Mali and put a 30K in ZD just to, and I've never done a video about it. It's good that you brought it up, but I'm going to share screenshots just to show Kenyans, like, we need to stop this bullshit. We have to call out these companies and tell them this is a bullshit deal. There is no need to put your money in ZD. It makes no sense. Like all these other money market funds from all these other like banks are all over 10%. We're giving us 7%. Safaricom is the most profitable company in East Africa, or I even say in Eastern Africa. If you can't give us a good deal, like what's happening? But then you tell people that Kenyans, oh, no, that's not net, that's gross. I'm like, kwenda huko, najua kile nasema. I know it's
I think I was going to disagree with the idea of you actually doing a test, put the money there and we see which one is better.
yeah.
But as the more I listen, I'm like, that actually makes so much sense.
Yeah, you put the same amount
'Cause-
of money
'cause-
on the same day.
Because
and then
not
you
only
watch.
that, and visually, it's a different way of understanding it. than doing the calculations. You can do the 7% is definitely lower.
Yeah.
But like seeing it, I think can add a little bit more
And you can actually
confirmation and
you can actually withdraw the whole money. So if I'm seeing here, because 30,000 shillings won't give you like a lot of money. I was just doing an experiment.
Yes.
So you'll find that maybe this 30,000 shillings inakupatia maybe 50 bob, ingine inakupatia 70 bob. It might look small, but now try and scale that up.
Like if it's a million.
Yes.
Yeah.
You'll find it starts becoming much more different money. And when we are trying to explain to people this is because we are a podcast. And as a podcast, we do not rely on corporates. So since we don't rely on corporates, there are things we can talk about that Citizen can't talk about, KTN can't talk about. You understand?
I know. These guys try to steal bonga points.
Yeah.
They said, bonga points after 5 years are irrelevant. No. I am saving up for that one phone that costs 40 million bonga points. And I don't care how long it takes. It should be forever. Because I mean? That's what they say.
Yeah, they have...
then the court said, apana, bonga points are forever.
Yeah.
They reversed the decision.
They said bonga points are forever. Last I heard. I don't know if they changed it.
Oh,
but court said you cannot say bonga points are cancelled. No, you have to keep imagine even that, even the small wins we have. Look at the bro. I'm not even lying. Just the transaction cost is the biggest robbery. It's I don't know. It's easier for me to use my bank sometimes to pay directly to the account than use M-Pesa because the cost on M-Pesa is so high. Bank transfer is easier.
Because talking about these big companies and their CSR office, even minding the lives of people because they are making so much money off us. We're talking with Mobek here, and he was saying something Walmart does around the area.
Yeah, or CSR. Yeah.
Or CSR. And actually they try to impact lives and stuff in ways and whatnot. Then I think the following day I was coming over here with Robo.
Yes.
And he was telling me he had spent some few days in Garissa and some time at Loyangalani.
Yeah.
I think it's the last town, northeast. So Loyangalani have wind energy.
Yeah.
Like that's the natural resource. So Ukoni zile windmills. And Safaricom actually uses some wind energy to power the masts.
Oh, okay.
And now these windmills can actually generate electricity for that area itself. So the locals were like, hey, how can we, find a better option of energy apart from, hii ingine ya Kenya Power. Like, bureaucracy, sijui whatever. Niko like, any place enye, that's for free. Wind is for free, man.
Yeah. but I think watasema tukununua ma blades na nini. Na power consumption yuko si high.
My response ni kwa naambia, even the governor there is a tick.
Yeah.
Because umekuja hapa, you're using a natural resource, hata kama ni kuuzia hewa, of which literal, tunauzia hewa.
And land.
And my people are not benefiting.
Land. Yes.
Exactly.
Ulikuwa nasema ni positive ethnicity. Like, start caring for your people, man.
Yeah,
positive
they don't
ethnicity.
Care.
What is positive ethnicity?
Positive ethnicity is where I say that you start looking out for your people. So let's say someone like Ruto, yeah? So Ruto is always guaranteed to get votes from Sugoi. So that means that if I go to Sugoi, I need to find the best schools and the best hospitals. Yeah. Why? Because he should also look out for his people. Exactly. If we are looking out for you, you have to look out for us. So there needs to be a certain level of positive ethnicity. But ours, it's just negative because we will look out for you, but you never look out for us. It's always about
Don't
the
even
individual
get
at the
me
top.
started on this, bro. I think like world leaders, the things world leaders do. Every world leader is a shitty world leader.
Yeah.
They're all assholes, they're all evil people. Because only evil people, I think, want to be world leaders, right? You and I don't want to be world leaders because it's not a good job. You realize it's just fucking disgusting. It's a bad thing.
Yeah.
But these guys, what was my point? Fucking other world leaders, foreign world leaders, they do these shitty things to other countries. Like for example, land grabbing.
Yeah.
Russia land grabs from Ukraine. America wants to land grab from Greenland. They want to land grab from Canada.
Yes.
Land grab. Everybody does land grab. China is doing to India. India is doing to Pakistan. Everybody is land grabbing.
Yeah.
But here, Bencho, they are land grabbing from us.
Venture.
Do it, bro. Steal land from Somalia. It's a country in turmoil. There's so many advantages we have. You can play. Play some. If you're an evil person, look out for Kenyans. Use their oil. Make us rich. The way the French are doing with Congo. Why can't, bro, fuck it. If that's how the world is, why can't we do that? Why can't we fuck over Uganda or Burundi? I don't know, to get if benefit for fuck it. Everybody's getting fucked over.
Yeah,
Why not benefit?
But they benefit
No, they're
themselves.
doing it to us, Benjo. To 7 people rather than making 50 people rich. 50 million people rich.
I don't know how they resolve.
May have agreed.
Benjo
The world
is-
is evil. Let's play with it rather than trying to change it, I guess. But even there.
And that's why I think white people always take advantage of Africa, because they find these a-holes who don't see the bigger picture.
What are they called? House N-words?
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, I can say it. I'm technically African.
Yeah, kuna
I'm not going to say it online.
Yeah.
They don't know the context.
But hey, history iko hapa. Safaricom's initial plan to expire bonga points older than 3 years set to take effect on January 1st, 2023 was squashed by a High Court ruling in November 2024, meaning that bonga points no longer expire. And you're there like, why did you want bonga points to expire?
even
Like
they give
Safaricom
them-
is so greedy. Man.
I give them 5 years. Kumbi is 3 years.
Yeah, they've given us
That's
3 years.
stupid.
Yeah.
Yes.
How many bonga points can you even get in 3 years?
Yeah.
1,000?
Alafu squeezy, we don't get them like we used to, because like for example for me my bundles and my minutes are always Airtel because it's cheaper. Yeah, I'm trying to get the cheapest deal. I'm not trying to please someone. So I think I was telling Ian, like the last time I checked my bonga points balance Airtel, I had like 60 GB and like 3,000 minutes.
But,
You see,
the data
'cause
balance.
even your data does not expire immediately. So what happens is, let's say you bought like a bundle, and this bundle is supposed to expire today, and let's say today is 19th. Yes, they give you till 28th to top up before they expire. Safaricom, if it's supposed to expire at 2:33 p.m., by 2:34 they've all disappeared.
Yeah.
And there's zero accountability.
And
There's nothing.
Yeah.
They don't send you a reminder to tell you. Do you know Airtel actually sends you a reminder that sawa easy bonga points you're whatever. If you don't have them to expire, please do this by this date, please. And they keep sending those, and it shows you how we've left this one monopoly to just monopolize everything, and they don't have to improve anything. They come up with like the worst MMF. And Kenyan MFs are defending it. So I guess
I think it's just because of M-Pesa, right?
yeah.
Once the dominance is because of the convenience of M-Pesa. I think once M-Pesa actually gets
A good
a
competition.
proper competition, I think the dominance can be challenged. Because me, I agreed anything can fall down. Once I saw Nakumatt fall down, anything can fall down.
Yeah.
To me, Nakumatt was that place, that business that was perfect. They had all the things you wanted. Prices were not that expensive, especially when they started making their own brands and stuff. But if they can fuck up,
Yeah.
bro,
But
Safaricom.
with Nakumatt, you know what happened? There's always the story of paying suppliers.
Yeah.
So the only rich people are the owners of the supermarket. Because what happens with most Kenyan suppliers is, I'll bring the product, then I'll pay you later. Sindio? So you'll pay me later. So people would bring their products. These guys would get the money, sell. They don't pay the suppliers. So it was a very well run. I don't know if it's to call it a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, in
But
some way,
yes,
yeah.
it was that. So right now, like if someone called me and told me like, hey Africa, you've won yourself a deal to supply Carrefour with chicken, I'd be worried. I'd be worried because now I know through the Nini thing, you're supposed to nipatie cash, mi nikupatie tuachane. History utanilipa baadaye staki.
And
Because that's where the problem comes
and that
in.
family just retired and went to like the UK and they're living
Yeah.
like bosses and so
I
many
was even told they
businesses
own
here.
some
Yeah,
key
they own some
apartment.
establishment
Hapa kihoteli fulani karibu na museum,
yeah.
some
Hapo
fancy hotel.
just hapo tu nini.
Of course, I mean,
Yeah, you know.
you can't just make 0 shillings after
Yeah.
20 years of owning
And the
Nakumatt or something.
suppliers are somewhere hapo wakilia watu walisupplyi hizo siku. But this is also like, this was a good topic to talk about because I think we were with you, we were talking about military rule
Uh-huh.
and so in the morning I'd given my 2 cents about military rule, and I was talking about how I don't feel like people are always like, we want Ruto out, and if we get Ruto out we'd rather get the military in, and I was telling people this is some bullshit reasoning. And then so kabla upatiane 2 cents zako on that, do you know someone wrote siku hizi iko nini na sound imelipwa na gava wana target ma corporates nacheki corporate gani kama tuna ongea mbaya juu ya Safaricom.
Exactly.
Which corporate are we targeting? But you
And you worked for Safaricom, right?
yeah, I did an ad
take
for
it.
Safcom like back in the days
Yeah.
but
Correct.
now I'd want to ask you like what do you think about military rule, like from the
Bad.
little,
Name one country that's good under military rule.
people will say
Zero.
Burkina Faso.
Bro, do you really
Burkina
want to
Faso.
be dude, no I would rather be in military rule, as we know. It's soldiers, right?
Yes.
Soldiers, what are they known for? Rape, pillage and plunder
And following orders.
and following orders. They're not they don't have a conscience. They just follow the rules, the order given by the chief, and the chief, wherever their allegiance lies, is where they lie. Now, if currently the army chief is cool with Ruto, he's cool. If he's not, bro, no country, bro, Pakistan, Egypt, even Burkina Faso, Tunisia, Sudan, bro, in any country under military rule has never, in my opinion, prospered. You know, it might get order for maybe a week, maybe a year, but it still has to come back to the current system, at least. The one we know about is democracy. I'm sure that maybe humans will figure out a newer way with
like,
AI, you know. But
Uganda
currently,
is
I
still
feel
suffering.
democracy is kind of the best one. It's not the best,
Yeah.
but it's the one we should work with. Because right now, bro, you and I can sit here, Transabonga, we can talk shit about the president. We can tweet, we can use the internet.
Yeah.
You can Google Melania Trump's tweets, fucking boobies, because you have the internet.
Yes.
Military rule, all that could disappear in a second.
Zima
And
internet.
Zima internet,
Like-
no tweets, nothing, nobody.
then-
And Kenya is not even an economic powerhouse. So if things stop missing in Kenya, who's going to notice? You know, if no news comes from India, people, what's happening in India? What's happening in China? Kenya, who gives a fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So
never. Military rule, especially as Buindis, bro. Let me tell you. We were chased away by the military in Uganda. Fucking Moi's military fucked up our businesses when he was. Now, fucking military is good. Protect us from the outsiders. Just don't.
But don't mess with the insides.
Yeah, no, that is good. Thank you so much, KDF. But don't. You remember politics. Washana and I. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I
think
respect.
people romanticize these things because of this Burkina Faso situation which is this is an abnormally.
And let's
and also
see,
for
it's
the
still
guy,
very young.
yes,
you know?
it's still very young. Like after he's paid off the debts and he's done all this, that's when the true picture of him is going to come out. Because right now he's doing some good stuff, but what happens now when he's achieved everything? Because what's going to happen is right now the Burkina Faso, what are they called? Burkinabes.
The Burkinabes. Yeah.
Yes, so the Burkinabes are happy. Yes, but as soon as he solved all their problems, they're going to start questioning other stuff, and that's when now we'll know who he really is. So for people to think that Upper Kenya would be better without, like, you're allowed to hate Ruto. Nacheki, you know why you're allowed to hate Ruto? Because we live in a democracy. And it's not just a democracy, it's a civilian democracy.
Oof.
If you live in a military whatever, auko allowed to hate the supreme leader.
Yeah. Mnaekwa military position.
We still have essence. We still have to put our president's photo at our shops. No, you go to another country, you realize, bro, they don't have. We are stupid. This is like that mental conditioning they have done. Like when you go into malls, it's very normal to get your car checked. That's invasion of privacy on a different level, but we let it happen, right? Same with this. This is to remind you that there's somebody above you.
Yeah.
And me, Mambo military, I am
Yeah,
always
Mr. Gage.
against. A coup is always a bad idea. We'd rather peaceful transition, Sure.
Plus, you voted for Ruto just because you're not happy, you're throwing a tantrum. Because tunashindagwa nayo ni we mwenyewe jiulize, ODM supporters have been throwing tantrums since 2007. Yes? And they've dealt with it. Wame throw a tantrum since 2024 and you can't handle your shit for another 3 years. These people have handled their shit for now. It's going to 20 years. They've lost elections. They've had presidents they don't like. You voted for someone. Then 2 years later, you don't like that someone. And now you want us to move to military rule because your feelings are hurt.
Fuck that,
Kwenda
bro.
huko,
Never military. No.
Ukiambia mtu hivyo iko like, umelipwa na corporate.
And
Kwenda
at
huko,
least right now, not technically, but you can be opposition.
Yes.
You can oppose what the government is doing, whatever.
Yeah,
it's possible. People on TV can go and say that I don't like what they did. I don't think you can do that under military rule.
You can't.
Your family is fucked.
Iko Nini would not exist under military rule. So
Bro, me I'm a stand-up comedian. My job is to talk shit about authority. Me, I'll be fucked. I'll have to go start selling tires in industrial areas.
this guy is asking for military rule would not have that internet retweet. You're like,
Exactly.
people don't even think. You're like, and this is where your like emotions cloud your judgment. Where you think like your hate for Ruto is enough for us now to change a civilian democracy where there's freedom of speech, freedom of expression, and turn it into a military rule. Why? Because your feelings got hurt and you don't like the president. How many people don't like the president? Half of the country did not vote for this guy.
Plus,
We are not here asking for military rule. We're Nyamaza. You voted for him. Enjoy your vote.
plus a system where you can fuck up and still recover is better than a system where you can't recover from.
Yeah.
Military
Yeah.
rule is it is for however long they want it to be. International pressure is the only one that can, I guess, take them. Or
Yes.
now we're in civil war, we're Sudan, now we're that country. If you know what I mean. Here at least, okay, we have made this bad decision, let's live with it. 5 years later we get the chance to make a better one.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
don't
5
think-
years later,
like-
utapata.
Yeah. Like we are surviving on is it a state house meal? And we have the contrary opinion all day, every day.
Yes.
it's
We
not
went there,
state house
we walked-
meal. It's your tax money.
tax-
It's all the
tax-
money
tax
that's
money.
stolen
No,
from
there
you
was Sugoi
every
chicken.
day.
Yeah.
On
Yeah,
that
so
plate.
we were eating chicken, and I was there.
Wait, a black man was eating chicken? I don't believe you.
Yeah. So,
Wait,
yeah,
it was
we were
like
eating-
watermelon. I'm joking.
We were eating chicken, and I was there asking Ian, like we were thinking the same thing
At the same
at the same time. So we're like, eat chicken. See, imetoka Sugoi. You know the way Kenyan politics works. Like if Ruto has enough chicken in his farm, and you're eating chicken at State House, the probability is straight from Ruto's
He's the
chicken
supplier.
farm. He's the supplier.
Yeah.
Alafu unapata hapo ati umekanyaga simiti, kuna renovation. The reason why hataki kuonyesha renovation, unaweza unacho pale nyuma imeandikwa tu Murkomen Suppliers. Inapita huko.
Ruto
Marksman.
Simba Cement.
Yeah. You see,
Marksman.
like the way we are not even, because we are not creative.
It's not even
So-
it's like we are not even joking. I think it's an actual.
Yes.
It's a factual thing to say. Anything in other countries they call it conflict of interest.
Yeah.
You can't be in the business and benefit from it. There's a way. There they just do it via stock.
Yeah, there's too
You
much
know,
construction happening.
make a stock market that's strong enough where your policies can actually make your own money through the stock. Fuck it, let's go.
Yeah.
Kenya doesn't even have a vibrant stock market. That's why our investments are 7% at this MMF, 11%. I think.
Yeah.
But I guess we can complain for how much long we want to complain, but
Yeah.
nothing's gonna change.
Yeah. So we are there looking
So
at it.
vagina anyway.
And there's too much. When I was looking at that place, and there's too much construction happening here.
So I was
don't
enjoying
like
you
it.
nakwambia the Ministry of Interior Design is overworking.
Yeah, because that
'Cause
is it
actually-
pavilion or what? It looks really good, eh?
Instead of
And then
that,
at some point they were flying a drone. Isn't the drone?
yeah.
There's a key drone there, and you're there wondering like, why the hell is
Yeah.
this drone here? So they're there just taking aerial shots of the presidency and all that ish. Yeah.
Did you notice something on the new look State House? The flat roof.
Mm.
It's a huge flag on top,
Oh, sikuwa-
but it's not Kenyan.
yeah, nile
You'd expect it to be a Kenyan flag.
Which one is it?
I think a State House is a symbol, one of the symbols of,
sila
Emblems,
wheelbarrow.
like country
Yeah.
emblems.
Nile wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, UDA.
Well, like that's
What?
the party.
It's a
Oh,
party
okay.
flag.
Yeah, it's a party
Yeah, but I
flag.
think it's Kenya's tradition.
It's a-
I think inakuwaga tradition. Hata
Hapo juu?
Uhuru had his own. Yeah. Sini, this is my house for the next blah 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 years. And the way Ruto is doing those repairs is like he's there for... have you ever seen any person who's doing repairs in a house and he expects to stay there for 2 years?
Nah.
Because there are 2 years left. Tunacheza tusipotokea kuvote.
I think Moi was right when he said Kanu is going to rule for 100 years. I think so far 60 years. Whatever. How long has he been here for? Whatever, 40, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, so
he's halfway there. Not a bad prediction by this dude, man.
Yeah. Moi was right. And tukimalizia, let's see some fun science stuff that I saw. So study shows that mosquitoes prefer biting people with type O blood over those with type A or B. What's your type?
Mine is type AB.
AB. Where?
Hey, they come at me quick, man.
Maybe ni type O. So they love me more than you, man. I think that's why tunafaa kunini.
Is yours the one that's universal? Am I the one?
Yes.
You should be donating blood all the time.
I'm a universal donor.
You're a universal donor.
O positive ni universal donor, sindio? O negative ni nakuwa the rarest.
Okay. AB is universal recipient. AB has something.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
I think O can go to anybody.
Yes. O can go to anybody. So
donate blood, man. They save Kenyans.
Yeah, shit. I always wonder, like, if I donate blood and I want to get busy that night, will I have enough blood?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I won't pass out.
Okay, depending how big your Mjulu bang is, you know, if it's, your Mjulu bang needs 3 liters of blood to fucking stand, then I'm
yours
not
fills
sure.
quick. Yours fills up quick.
Yeah.
Half a pint.
I was kati spoon hapo.
Yeah, you're okay. Because kopalo unapatia na damu alafu kulo. Nitahitaji hii damu baadaye kucheza na bibi. Yeah.
So, universal recipient blood type donors with type AB positive. Are referred to as universal recipient. So you can get it from everybody.
Man can get it from anybody.
No.
Dig in, dig out.
AMANDEEP, eh?
AMANDEEP.
Yeah. So that was real science, yeah?
Yeah.
But now some fake science that I saw that was really funny, was vampires suck your blood for vitamin D because they can't go out in the sun themselves. You ever think about that? No, you only think about yourself.
Fuck vampires, man. What you dumb? Go drink cow blood, man. Why do you want to drink my blood? Fuck
that's because that's
a smart move from them, though.
Yeah, like vampires. But now, who has watched Nosferatu? The movie?
I've watched that shit.
Yeah, it's so that ugly vampire.
It's a good movie, man. It's one of the few horror movies you watch and you're like, okay, that was good. Plus, I guess because I'm older now, I can watch horror movies without shitting my pants.
Yeah.
Hey, but that's a dope movie.
Yeah, that vampire is ugly, yeah?
And scary, you know, very super scary. And then in the end, when his face melts,
yeah, because it's so engrossed in sucking that it forgets the sun is kujaying. Yeah.
Are there any like African folk stories that you think would make good like movies?
I think the genie stories, those Mombasa stories of how you go to the ocean,
the cats,
and some lady's calling you, and she's half naked without a top, and she's telling you to come and get the best pussy of your life.
I think that was just some lady in Tuapa. I think her name's Janet.
And you go there and then you are whatever. So yeah, I think a horror movie based on the whole coastal thing would make sense.
Not
like
bad.
It would be so realistic.
I had a friend, he told me in Coast, you know, you're not supposed to pee in the ocean because it's disrespectful to the ghosts or whatever jinn. So he peed in the ocean and then he got slapped by a jinn. Yeah. And to me, my face couldn't move for 3 days like this.
He pissed a genie off.
Yeah. Yeah, people always have those stories because I think one of the funniest stories that I've ever had was a friend of mine. I don't know if he remembers this story, but a friend of mine was giving me a story about how there was a genie that had possessed his house. I think it was his house in South B or South C.
Shit.
And so he'd be there sleeping and he's just pulled and he ends up on the floor. And you know, now I'm there thinking this is a bullshit story, but yeah, like you're just there in bed.
Although
and then you find yourself on the floor.
haunted houses, I kind of might have an inclination to think
Might happen.
there's something there. I don't know. I've been in situations where doors are making sounds that they're not supposed to. Things are there that are not there, and then suddenly they move, and then you look. But not in my house, just in other people's houses that they claim.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, that room, I don't know, I just feel weird. And then I go there and I guess maybe they've planted that in my head. So I feel it. But sometimes, it happened once or twice.
What would be messed up is try to imagine you get a ghost, because they say ghosts last forever, eh?
Fuck.
So what if you get a ghost that survived Sodom and Gomorrah? It's not the reason why the Lord burnt Sodom and Gomorrah. You know about
People
that?
are fucking in the ass.
Yeah.
That's it. God does not like fucking in the ass.
He just doesn't like smelling shit.
Okay,
So,
we know Sodom. Sodom is when you fuck in the ass. What's Gomorrah?
Gomorrah, I think now it's the next level.
It's gonorrhea. It's what you get after you fuck in the ass.
Yeah.
Ah.
So,
So does actually sodomy come from
From
Sodom?
Sodom. Because you fuck in the
sodomy.
ass.
Okay.
What
Yeah.
is the other one?
Yeah,
Like that
Gomorrah.
I
place.
think it's the disease.
That place was so bad that it got a name like Sodom.
Yeah.
Check it.
They invented ile ya kudina.
Yeah.
Ile ya kutomba kwa
So now try kuimagine sasa upate ao ka ghost kajini kakutomba kwa matako jo kanakwambia tu eshikilia hapo buda wetulia alafu saizi kashala nsheng au kanabonga shemete
'Cause-
nadai matamba tako
Because funny thing vile umebonga about ghosts za Africa wanakuanga na menace. Kuna nye ilikuwa imeattack some family huko home. Now tulikuwa nasema tulikuwa naenda kushonde alafu ghost inaeka kidole kwa rasa.
They're just Dennis the Menace. They're just in a cartoon, bro.
Wanapika mchele half inaiva half haivi. Alafu mchana mnaokotwa wo.
na ghost
Wanawamsha na viboko.
na kwani wako na hepo yo hao
I don't know.
ama ghost imefunga mlango during the day
Yeah, but
hapo lazima vunje
tulikuwa
dirisha.
naenda haja kubwa alafu wanapata oh shit there's a thumb up my ass.
alafu kitu fani na ghost za africa they survive during the sun they survive the sun sindio hizo haziwagopi vitamin d
Kuna
Gani?
kitu kaa
za,
hiyo.
za, za jini za africa hizo zijaliki kaa ni usiku ama daytime sindio?
See nani like nature call kuna happen to and then there's a
Yeah, by the
unachapwa kidole
yeah.
Yenyewe.
African ghosts have
Sodom.
power banks, man. So they can work
Yeah.
even in the morning. They're not scared of day-night savings.
Yeah. Those are
Yeah.
za nini hijo
Ama they all look like
serious.
Nigerians. You know those Nigerian movies the way ghosts look like? Of paint over
Like
here.
a white
Yeah, the white. You're not even scared. You're just laughing at the ghost. Like,
Yeah.
"Chiki."
Akina it's funny for a fan of bollywood to make those jokes because bollywood pia uchoma
I mean, if you look at
bollywood has
if you,
some embarrassing shit and they're
which
like,
one?
damn.
Name one.
Like not embarrassing but some of the fight scenes where you find someone kanyaga gari ka fly and it's going there
Exactly,
and
bro. The whole point of a movie
yeah.
is
It's
to
a
see
mythical
things
world.
that you're not going to see in real life. Okay, now you see Iron Man. Oh, that is so cool because it's a mzungu. But now Mwindi guy fucking flips a car 3 times because that's what's cool to us.
And
You
it
guys
does an
hate
R&B
him.
song.
Wamako, man. They don't
And
need
then
Tome,
You know, finds fun in it.
It's fun, but it's supposed to be stupid. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And,
yeah.
uh,
I used to enjoy Indian movies as a kid. I think I told you.
Yeah,
Man's
yeah,
Kambia.
yeah, yeah.
Kina
Uliniambia.
Mithun Chakraborty.
Yeah. But now I guess now it's
Amitabh
fair.
Bachchan.
Yeah, now it's fair because now movies, you're right, they're pretty shit. Story is pretty shit because I guess Indian people have been introduced to better story writing because of
Yeah,
the internet.
yeah.
Now they're like, oh, Bollywood, some of you guys are writing shit. So now better movies are always on Netflix or Amazon Prime. They're not on like mainstream
Okay.
Bollywood.
Yeah. 'cause I used to-
Recommendations?
Like what kind of movies do you like? Like love
Any.
stories? Do you like war
no, we're
movies?
just asking like Bollywood movies. I think that's what he's asking.
Just-
Because also this Bollywood action movie, it was really good. The one on a train. Have you watched it?
on a
Like
train.
had fight scenes on the train. I think
Yeah,
nilikurecomendia.
yeah.
Violent. It's so good.
Yonyesha preview.
Inaitwa nini jo? It came out last year. You've not watched it?
Me, I'm not a big Bollywood.
Yeah.
Man.
I know it's these are you've sold out, huh? Yeah?
Me, I only watch Kenyan movies.
Yeah.
So watch
In Madhuri Dixit, eh?
in Madhuri Dixit.
Okay. So there's this Hollywood, like action Hollywood, Bollywood movie. What was it called?
On
It's
a
like set on
train.
a train.
Damn.
Set on a train. So it's a train moving from one point to another. And there's this guy where they just start to mess with this chick. And it's called Kill. 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 Yeah, it's really good.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to look for it. Like it
okay.
has some good action scenes, eh? Watu tunapigwa ngumi mpaka unamwona huruma. You know those ones where it's called the choreography is so good that you have to be impressed.
Ni zile ngumi za Ip Man. Like,
Yes. You see, this is the Hollywood Reporter Kill review. Train set Indian action.
Who's
one.
this? I don't
So
even know
this is
this
the Castero.
actor.
That's now the acting, the whatever guy.
Bro, these are not even main actors, man.
Yeah. So it's a really good movie. It's called Kill. Yes. Ooh.
Yeah, the last Bollywood movie I watched was it's one of those ones you make fun of.
Yeah.
It's called Singham Returns.
Yeah.
with vengeance.
Because this concept now, they've done an Avengers thing. They've kind of created like other superhero guys. But now in India, they don't have superheroes. They have super cops. There to be a cop is
The ones who flip cars.
those. So now they have a cop in this district who's the Iron Man over there. There's a cop who's the Hulk. There's a woman cop.
Yeah.
And Singham Returns, all of them come together. That's now Avengers Endgame.
And Singham whoops us.
Hey, Mazir, it's so stupid. It is so like the story makes zero sense. But me, I just watch it for the tin, the slow motion walks. I only watch it for the stupid things, not because of the fuck story.
Yeah. And is there Nini? Is there a dark-skinned Bollywood superstar?
Dark-skinned.
You have to ask.
I think
is about the kiss.
Yeah, I think in Bollywood it's hard to find I mean they are, but they're not known for their beauty. They're known for their acting. Because the others are known for how handsome they are, how beautiful they are. But the dark-skinned ones are now, okay, this guy has talent, that's why he's here. It's not because of his face.
But he's not the superstar.
He's and they don't
There's
do
no Denzel.
Yeah, they don't do like A-list movies. If they do A-list movies, they're either the villain or they're like a supporting major character. But then they do like movies that are very well written but not mainstream. So they're not many. I would say fair skinned is I think it's an aesthetic of
In Asia it's a
they have creams, they have fairness creams. They don't have them over here, but there you apply this cream, you'll become like 3 shades light. I'm sure they have it here. I guess.
Yeah.
Fair,
Because even China has that. China, the people who are obsessed with that ish.
Even here, bro, people want to be light skinned. It's
Yeah,
always
we know
this
that.
human. I don't know, for something about being lighter is I don't know.
Yeah, there's that bullshit. I call it bullshit because I enjoy my melanin, man. And they're like shit.
Good
The only
for
thing
you,
that my
man.
melanin does is if I'm in a foreign country, I'll feel some sort of way that I can get shot for no reason. But apart from that, like when I'm just chilling alone, I'm there like shit. I don't mind this chocolate, yeah. Because now when you people are called brown, I feel some type of, I'm like, you motherfuckers are not brown. You're literally white.
Okay, white is
No,
too much.
No, you and Pep Guardiola is the same shit.
Bro, don't compare me to
And Pep
Pep is a genius, man.
Yeah, but you and Pep are the same shit. Because this is brown, man. This is brown.
This is, I guess, dark brown. This is light brown.
No, that's not
Different
light
shades
brown.
of brown.
There's no brown in
This
this
is okay,
shit.
off white.
This is off white.
brown.
Yes, this is off white.
This is off white.
There's no brown in but
that's Caucasian black.
yeah,
That's Caucasian.
yeah. Without the like standout, those standout Indian features. Without those, where you guys will just be white.
Yeah, because we can have we have people with big lips and we have people with non-big lips.
Yeah.
And I think they're so diverse, people can fall into either place. But dark-skinned heroes are mostly in movies that are made in the southern part of India.
Oh, okay.
That's because that's where people are not. They're Tamil mostly, I guess. The Southern Indians, Dravidians is what I learned they're called.
So
darker.
are Kenyan Indians like Kenyan Somalis, where you have loyalty to both countries, both India and
Yeah. People, I as a child, I always was confused. I'm like, oh, am I more Indian? Am I more Kenyan? But
Yeah,
the older
yeah.
I get, I realize it's so simple. I don't even have to pick. I can be both.
Yes.
I don't know why I have to have I love both places, for different reasons, of course. But
At least for India, you can just take a shit in the streets and you're
I guess, yeah. Yeah, and
Freedom.
some guy fucking gives me a stick to wipe my ass. I'm there still
Bombo
Roman.
clad.
Yeah, a bombo clad.
yeah. So when the whole Adani shit was happening, like, what were your feelings about that?
Yeah, I'm like, bro, how is... First, it's not even supposed to happen. Why are we... Okay, I'm sure we can get better people to build an airport. Because Adani is not only eating shit here, he's eating shit in India also.
Yeah.
He's eating shit in America. Like, it's a criminal we're giving the job to. It's not the Muindi guy.
And the president tried to defend him, and I was there thinking, like, damn, like, what are you
Even
doing,
spoke in some Gujarat or something.
He's very
Yeah, he
close
was
to the
like,
Indian
"Ta-da-da-da."
Prime Minister. He's very, very... Like, him and the Indian Prime Minister are
Yeah,
like best friends.
Adani, yes.
All the Indian tenders, they go to him. And the president gets some kickbacks for sure,
Yeah, it's called legalized corruption.
That is modus operandi. Yeah.
So another scientific statistic, during orgasm, the brain releases so much dopamine that brain scans resemble that of someone on heroin. Skio.
It's dope.
Makes sense.
That's dope, eh?
That's why people get addicted to it, I guess.
Yeah.
Damu sana.
And even jacking off. Kumbe jacking off is this, you've taken very...
Yeah, like your heart.
Is that heroin? I think that's
And I'm thinking, the cocaine. Just sniff
Heroin
something
is-
small, eh?
Okay.
Yeah, because heroin is but at the brain scans, because your brain does not know why you have the high. So I think now the only difference between this high na ile high heroin, this is natural, so it can just go down. The fact that it's artificial, I think that's what messes you up.
And plus, I guess orgasm is like a spike. It just goes...
Yeah.
But
you
pigs, I don't know. Is it pigs? Pigs have like 30 minutes.
Yeah, 30 minutes, yes.
30 minutes.
For 30 minutes, just
Yeah. Because they have
30 minutes, bro.
Then in this
Half
spiral.
a special.
Alafu ipelekwe slaughterhouse.
Half a special.
was
Then in this spiral, sindio?
Yeah.
The dick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a spiral. So it stays there. You're like, shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. 30 minutes is just
30
crazy.
minutes, man. He's
Yeah.
just he's heroin for 30 minutes.
Yeah, but talking of specials, of course, your special, it's tomorrow. It's not being taped, I might still be
So
taped.
this is a trial run.
Yes.
I'm doing my hour for the first time, the new hour. It's called
Yeah.
the Flying Sikh. It's trial run. Just a few people. We're going to do a Dopamine, the upper place at Nairobi Laugh Bar.
Yes.
It's a trial hour. I want to see how my set sounds like. And once it sounds nice, it's a bit polished. It's a difference. There's a difference doing 15-minute jokes,
Yes.
20-minute jokes, and then doing an hour. It's not doing 4 15-minute jokes back to back. It's doing an hour. It's its own
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So I other comedians can do it. Personally, I like to see how it sounds like before I take it. On tour. Like, then I want to do a show at Braeburn. I want to do a show in Nakuru, in Mombasa. So the first time I'm going to hear it, how it also sounds to me, is going to be on Thursday. To see how it sounds, how it fits.
How long was the Saturday set? Because it was really good.
That was 20 minutes on the dot.
Yeah, that was dope, man. So that 20 is part of this.
Is
yeah?
part of it. Yeah. I've been
'cause
working
that
on this
20 was
material
crazy,
for a while, man. Thanks, man.
That 20 was crazy.
And I'm
man.
not
So-
lying, the audience was also very fantastic, man.
Yeah,
The audience
yeah.
were lit. Doug Mutai had a fantastic show.
Yeah.
Munene
yeah.
did a cool show, man. It's one of those days where I feel lucky to be a comedian. Like, I can't believe I get to do this shit. I get to talk shit about the president and people clap.
Yeah.
What? People get abducted, people clap for me. I'm so lucky,
Yeah. So that was really dope. So yeah, the Flying Sikh, Nairobi Laugh Bar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Entrance, how much?
500, because it's trial, 500 right now, 1,000 at the door. So get them right now.
Okay. And then you're saying like, if it sounds good, you're taking it to Nakuru, where?
Nakuru Place Theatre.
And then Mombasa.
Mombasa, I'm looking at Light Academy because they have a nice theatre over there. But if not, I'll still look around. But at the moment, I'm looking at Nairobi and Nakuru, and then Mombasa. So we'll figure it out.
Yes. And then is there, I will forget to ask this, is there like an Kenyan performance that you can just do for an Indian crowd? Is that a thing?
A Kenyan performance I can just do for the Muindi crowd or like
Yes,
the crowd in India?
Yeah, Muindi crowd.
Yeah, bro. Yes, of course. Why not?
So you've performed for them? Eh?
Yeah.
Oh, how does that normally go?
Very well. It's just that I don't know. It's just not a cultural thing for, I guess, most Kenyans to go to a comedy show. You know how it's a new thing. People just know mostly about going to restaurants, maybe a music concert here and there once in a while, or a nightclub, but a comedy club, it's something new, and it's very, and so it does take a while, but when they do see it, they do love it, and they do.
Yeah, that's one thing like I normally give Dag credit for, because he's one of the pioneers thinking of that concept. Yes.
I guess not only thinking, many people might have thought, but the first one to do it,
to actually do it, yes, and make it a thing.
Right, yeah.
Like right now, people show up at Nairobi Laugh Bar and they know they're coming to laugh.
Yeah. It's a dream. We used to talk about it all the time, man. And I can't believe he did it. So I'm proud of him, man.
Yeah.
Even you, man. Even you. I guess the moment I walked in, I'm like, every time I come here, I guess you guys believe in Kaizen or something.
Yeah.
There's small but continuous improvement. The studio looks better. It's more spacious this time. I like the photos over here. It's just slowly, bro. Slowly.
Yeah, slowly but surely.
Yeah, but
I
think.
You just make it through small, minute steps as you try to reach the level that you're trying to take it. Yeah. But Aman, of course, thank you, man.
Thank you so much
Thanks
for having
your
me,
time.
man. Thank you so much. This was fun as usual.
Yeah, alafu vile nimwambia joendeni stand up comedy mse Thursday endo furahisha nao mpenzi atakupea kitu kizuri.
amandeep.co.ke.
Yes.
Let me just plug
it. Yeah.
Your Instagram?
So mecheki poster.
Amandeep Jagde, but the one that got hacked, I'm so sad. But it's Amandeep Jagde with 3 E's. The one that got hacked had 2 E's.
Okay. Yeah. And how can people get doggies?
Doggies was my first, I would say, a special or album.
Yeah, we were there.
Yeah. You saw it, bro. You were there. I'm trying to sell it out. I'm trying to shop it. If nobody is ready to buy it, which I think nobody will, it's probably going to go on YouTube maybe around June, May, around that time I'll just post it on YouTube. If not, it's going to be, shopped around, then it'll be there.
Yeah.
But the moment, I think it's just...
Have you tried akina, what are they called? Akina, Showmax and the rest?
I mean, I've tried, but it's not looking good. Yeah. I think they what have been told.
I know. Like
Kenya, they like series more than one buy-offs. So I'm like, I guess.
Because this one wanafaa kuanzichukua, even if they don't take it at a good price, as long as they put you out there. Because I even saw Hulu has started buying comedy. They call it Hilarious.
I think it's because Kenya is not a big market. That's why they don't really focus on creating content from here, because even if one person creates content, they want their money back, right? In subscriptions. And I don't know if they think Kenya is that market that would give them that return on investment with subscriptions.
And and this also goes back to the likes of Akina, Safaricom and the rest. This is how you create jobs, by supporting such projects. At least with the extra profits you make from your shitty MMF. Yeah. So talking of shitty, there was this thing that this professor guy had posted. So it's a photo of the first lady. It's written like, looks like she poached Taylor. And I remember like when we were at the event, we were looking at her clothes. Ian, I think he'll comment. Like,
something
first
about
lady,
it.
like it just didn't look good. Like the kind of first lady, whatever, she looked really good.
It was simple.
Yeah, it was simple clothes. It was just.
But I'm sure that watch is like $4,000.
Yeah.
Or something. I'm sure even more than $4,000. I guess we don't have stylists in the State House, right? For the first ladies, and she's an old lady, I guess.
I'm sure they're stylists.
I don't think she's that old, because the president is like 56. President, you go 50 what?
50. Let me check.
President like 56, 57. That means she's like 50. She can't be out here looking like she's 80. Like the Nini is just wrong. The
She's
stylist.
56.
Yeah, the stylist needs to
No, she's
style
56.
up. Yeah, but the stylist needs to style up.
Yeah.
I guess, but they're
'Cause I'm sure
also
that cloth is expensive.
they're
Utapata hiyo
also-
material.
I guess it's because they're going for the church look, the church humble.
Mm.
Because that's the vibe they want to show the world, right? That they are church-going people with humble, living statuses. So maybe that's why they're not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe that's
Okay.
why she's wearing that ugly dress. So you're like, she's just like us, a regular woman.
Yeah. And another thing that
Just gets hit by her husband. Yeah.
But yeah. So do you think we'll ever see an Indian governor?
Governor, I think is possible. I think we might maybe
Kisumu?
Kisumu. Yeah, I was about to say that Kisumu had a senator, I guess, even at one point.
MPs.
MP,
We've
sorry.
had, it was Shabil or Shah?
Yeah, Shabir. I think.
Shabil.
Yeah.
I think Shabil.
governor, maybe not near future. Maybe.
Yeah, because Kisumu may settle.
Or
you been
maybe-
to Kisumu, yeah?
Yeah, actually, I don't think so. Because I changed my answer because the Indian population in Kenya, the Kenyan Asians, has been declining since independence. I think for a
Yeah,
while.
kwa nini?
We're leaving. It's not good. Yeah, who wouldn't? If you have the means, it's not only Indians. I'm sure other people with the means are also leaving.
See, I thought
It's
you're
just-
here just I'm
Me,
gonna
because I
give it
don't
to
have the
you.
money. Me, I get the money when I'm bouncing.
Yeah.
Nenda
Wewe
Kibombe.
acha wewe
Me, I'm
jo.
going to Bombay.
Yeah. Damn. Hey, you people are living. Siku unajua hivyo?
Yeah, the number of we were so many early on, but we are now leaving. Yeah,
Okay. I think
businesses, especially land grabbing. Once land grabbing starts, a lot of parklands is scared of land grabbing. So
Yeah, I
everybody's
know. Yeah.
fuck this shit.
you sell and
We're
you live.
fuck off. Yeah, before things go worse.
Okay. Oh, and Nili, I'd asked you about dark skin Indians. So as we finish,
Yeah.
how true is it that I don't know if I asked you this last time, Pole, memory
No
yangu
worries,
gambaya.
bro, no worries.
But how true is it that Indians close shops at lunchtime to go and screw because they believe that if you screw at night, the kids will be dark skinned? Mwechikia amenza
I
kucheka
think-
vile
I
tumesema
think-
tu ya
I
closing
think-
shop at
I think
lunchtime. Because unajua, I'm gonna give it to you.
Poma Sanje.
Call me Puma Sanje.
they should now go bang in a bank because then the baby is born rich.
Ah.
And then they could have sex in their kitchen. So the baby's going to
Born
be a
fast.
chef. A chef, sorry. If that's the logic, man. So
Yeah.
I
But
think
have
we
you
do-
ever had that?
No, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, except from you. You told us
Really?
this last time.
Oh, I asked you
I
last
remember
time.
this very
Oh,
clearly.
okay.
I'm
Pole,
like,
memory
who
yangu
even
gambaya.
comes up with this?
So
But-
there
but
was
it's a
that.
story.
Then we
I
started
had-
talking
No, it's
about.
a story that
I
I
remember.
It's a
have as
story
well.
because kuna fungagwa
But
sindio
not-
ukienda ngara.
For closing, yes, I had the story,
Yes.
but it was not attached to
Yeah, ilikuwa
the
for what?
outcome of the skin.
It's just, I think it's just lunchtime.
But the closing nilikuwa nasikia 3 p.m. Because I mean nilikuwa ngara, mko like shit, I have 1 hour 12 minutes remaining.
It's straight lunch, bro. What do you mean?
Before they
Kula
decide.
lunch 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Kwani
No,
nakula
nasema-
Indian time which is 8 p.m. hata. Wewe hacha zako.
Actually, let's check the time in India. Check. What's the time in
Yeah,
India?
the time in Calcutta.
Nah, man, it's just busy,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Hapo-
I remember this because after this we started talking about the Somali girls' rumors that they don't take it in the vagina because that breaks their virginity, so they take it up the ass.
Oh, okay. okay.
Remember, you don't remember to talk about this?
Pole muaga na nini,
Pondi
like,
wall, man. Pondi what?
yes. Pole muaga na yo. Like I keep forgetting stuff, so I had to
It's
ask
fine,
you that.
it's fine.
Oh, kumbe India is just 3 hours ahead. We gonna fikiria it's 2.5 hours ahead. This is
Not
interesting,
bad,
man.
man. There's no jet lag. That's why I can
okay.
watch sports in India and Kenya because it's not, like now
cricket.
if sports happen in America, you're watching it like
Just
3
say
a.m.
you can watch cricket at his
Yeah,
sports.
yeah. Okay,
Sports in
sawa.
India.
Yeah, I can watch cricket. Yeah.
So you're going episode 433. Tukisema like, subscribe, hit the notification button, tell a friend to tell a friend
Yeah.
as we butt out.
Good one. Good one.
Ikolele.
Eko, ne?
Yeah.